Before Wellspring starts working with Rwandan schools, they face a number of different challenges that affect the quality of education that is able to be delivered to students. They struggle from weak leadership or leadership that isn't competent to achieve the goals that are necessary.
I remember the way teachers would instruct children. Children were not free, they were not participating. Teachers would come and just give lectures and would pick whatever they picked.
They also lack a number of skills. Many of them have not received a high level of education themselves and have never received any in-service or professional development. And so they are very limited in the skills that they have as teachers.
At first I used just to speak to children, and I would not even give them time to do activities. Sometimes they even bring the activities themselves, and I didn't even know how to facilitate children in groups.
They struggle with leaders who are very dominant and who take a very selfish perspective of their leadership, and that causes challenges within the school community.
I just knew that I'm a leader and I'm a ruler and I would do whatever I want, and I would even get a stick and beat children. Every time any one of them would make noise, I would put them in front of others and I would even beat them with a stick.
As we were attempting to find a response to these challenges and needs in schools, we recognized that some of the pedagogy and teaching techniques that were being used by teachers were very limited, and there were lots of missing pieces.
Sometimes I would go home very tired and with headache because I would make a lot of noise, and I would feel so tired because I was taking all the time speaking. And sometimes I would even get so angry with the kids.
Because of the demotivation is that they often are very aloof and very distant from children, and so they don't really see the importance of a positive and engaging classroom environment, and there's a very strained relationship between students and teachers which affects the classroom and the environment at schools. Wellspring has developed a module and a unit on worldview and values, and we seek to help the teachers go through their own process of reflection and self-analysis and self-evaluation to see what it is that motivates them in their job. What is it that is valuable in teaching? What is the wealth that they can offer to students? And we find that taking teachers through that process of self-reflection and of understanding why teaching is important, why they are important, why the children in their classroom are valuable and unique, we find that that creates within them a desire and a motivation to see change in their classroom.
Wellspring helped me is to know how to facilitate children, and they work together, they're happy. At first they used to fear me, they would think I would beat them, but now I'm a friend of them, and children are like angels. They tell me everything in their hearts.
In addition to the direct school stakeholders, we also work with the sector education officers, the district education officer, and also those at the Rwanda Education Board and the Ministry of Education.
When I visit teachers who are trained who are working with Wellspring, the way they teach is different from the way teachers who are not helped by Wellspring are doing. They're different. The one who is trained by Wellspring is a well-performing teacher. I can tell that is not a preacher, but is a teacher.
And they begin to understand that there is a unique value in teaching, and there is a unique value in the opportunity they have as educators. And we see them begin to dream and begin to think through the potential of each of the students in their classroom. Additionally, we do support to the parent communities, parent-teacher committees, and the wider parent community. And we help them to learn what it is to support their children and their children's education.
I thought that all I had to do was to give them food, but after the training, I knew that it's very important to discuss with children, and I started encouraging them.
We work alongside these stakeholders because although many say, and it's very important, that change comes from the ground up, that change also has to come systemically in order for real progress to be seen. And so we work at the national and decentralized levels to see transformation and engagement in education towards quality.
Looking at the history of the country, I know that it's because of ignorance that whatever happened. And we are happy now that we are bringing up children that work together and love one another, and that makes me happy.
We seek to help teachers and students and parents to understand that they are in a unique position to love and to be loved. And we seek to love them and to empower them, to help them to understand that in Christ and in the call that God has within this nation and for the next generation of Rwandan children, that these teachers have a unique opportunity to fulfill an incredible role.
I feel that I'm free. I feel free, and because I love the work I do, and when I get appreciated, I feel like I love my job even more.